going to learn lesson number 10, that is human occupations. Okay, so now here I am going to show you few pictures. Okay, this is picture number A, this is picture number B, picture number C, picture number D, this is E, and this is F. Okay, so here children, all these pictures, they are related to what? They are related to the rearing of domestic animals. Here you can see, first picture is what? Here this man is what? He is rearing the domestic animals. Okay, next here is, here this lady is obtaining milk from them, right? From the animals, from the domestic animals. Then third is what, children? This C figure is giving information that this milk which is obtained by the domestic animals, that is being sold. Okay, they are selling that milk. Now later what is happening, children? That processing milk at milk processing centers. Okay, milk is what? It is being sent to the processing centers. Okay, now next is what happening, children? They are what? They are utilizing the processed milk, okay? That is being used to make different items such as ghee, butter, cheese, shrikhanda, paneer, milk powder, okay? Right? They are making all this from the milk, okay? Next is what, children? Here they are there, the whatever product which is made by milk, okay, that is being sold in the market. Here you can see this man is selling all the materials which are made, all the products which are made by the milk. They are sending, or they are selling them in the market. Okay, so this work is actually carried out at different levels, right, children? Man undertakes all these activities to satisfy his own needs, right? Why he is doing all these things? Why he is taking all these efforts, children? In order to satisfy his own needs. He is making money out of it. So it is his occupation. Okay, it is the occupation of the individual, okay, who is working, who he or she is working on it. Okay, so children, we actually classify these activities on the basis of their nature and the products they yield. Okay, now here children, you can clearly see that from these, see children, here cows and buffaloes, children, they are what? They are our domestic animals, right? They are what? They are the domestic animals. Okay, also here we get what? We get milk from them. So this occupation is what, children? It is directly dependent on nature, right? We are dependent on nature to for getting milk. Okay, we get milk from cows and buffaloes. Okay, they are our domestic animals. Okay, so such occupations which are, children, dependent on nature, they are called as what? Primary occupations. Okay, children, the occupations which are dependent on nature, they are called as what? Primary occupations. Examples are what? Animal husbandry, fishing, okay, and obtaining milk from domestic animals. These are all the occupations. These are all the primary occupations. Okay, children, see, we carry out, children, many activities to fulfill our needs, right? In order to fulfill our needs, we are working on different activities. We have many occupations such as industries, trades, okay, right? There are different occupations. Some of these activities are, children, they are dependent on nature. So these activities which are dependent on nature, okay, which are directly dependent on nature, such occupations are called as what? Primary occupations. Now children, some products obtained in primary occupation, they are used directly, while others, okay, while others are used after making some changes in them, right? So see, let us consider this example of milk. Okay, we drink milk, so we are obtaining this milk from the domestic animals. Okay, and we are directly consuming it. Okay, so it is what it is used directly, and also with the help of that milk we make different products out of it, right? So we make ghee, we make butter, we make cheese. It is also used in making shrikhand, paneer, milk powder. So here this product, these products are what, children, they are also used after making some changes in them. Okay, so here we will see one picture, children. This is picture number E. Here in this picture, you can see that the milk is being processed after bringing it to the dairy. Okay, and that is what, children, the product obtained from nature, right? We have obtained this product from the nature and is processed and made into different products. So we are using that product which is obtained from the nature, and we are, after processing it, we are making new different products from it. Okay, so these products are what, children, they are more durable. Okay, they are what, they are more durable. Their quality has enhanced too. So they are good in quality, they are durable, means we can rely on them, and therefore what happens, their price is also higher, children. Okay, it is what it is, it has high cost. Okay, clear? Now see, children, now for example, there is butter, there is cheese, there is shrikhand, milk powder. They are what, they are processed from milk. Okay, we are processing them. Okay, we are working on it, and it is processed from the milk. So this processing is an industrial activity, children. This is what it is, an industrial activity. These industries are what, children, they are based on raw material. So such industries who are processing such products, they are actually based on the raw materials. Okay, so more durable goods are produced in an industry. The raw material which is supplied to the industries is often obtained from nature. Clear, children? So right now we were discussing about milk. Okay, we are obtaining milk from the nature. That milk is used to process. Okay, that milk is processed and it is used in making ghee, butter, cheese. Okay, milk powder. Okay, so here we are basically, then what happens, children? We are dependent on primary occupation, right? We are depending on the primary occupations. So the occupations who are dependent on primary occupations are called as secondary occupations. What are secondary occupations, children? The occupations which are dependent on the primary occupations. They are called as what? They are called as secondary occupations. Again, I will explain you. Milk we obtain from nature. So the products which we are obtaining from the nature, they are called as primary occupations. Okay, so here the occupations which are dependent on primary occupation. Here we were dependent on milk to obtain other products, right? So the occupations which are dependent on primary occupations, they are called as what? Secondary occupations. Now we will see picture number C. Okay, this is picture number C, children. Okay, this is picture number D, and last we will see picture number F. Now what we see here, children, here we see that here milk is being collected, right? Here this woman was collecting milk from the animal, right? And that milk she has been selling. Okay, over here she has been collecting over here, right? Then what is happening? Milk collection is done, then sell of milk is done over here. They are selling the milk, okay, and then transport of milk is done. Okay, so sale of milk products respectively, all these activities has been done. So all these activities are related to the products of primary and secondary occupations, right, children? All the activities which I have shown you right now, they are related to the products of primary as well as secondary. See, here this lady is obtaining milk from the domestic animal, means it is her primary occupation. This is the primary occupation. Now this milk is utilized, okay, in this factories, it is being processed, and they are what? They are making cheese, butter, shrikhand, any other product from the milk. Now this product is being sold by this person. So what is happening, children, here? All these activities are related to the products of primary as well as secondary occupations. So what happens, children? These occupations, they provide complementary services, right? What are they doing? They are providing complementary services to other two occupations also. Okay, such occupations are called as what, children? Tertiary occupations. Okay, they are called as what? Tertiary occupations. These occupations are complementary to all other occupations. Clear, children? This man is selling. Okay, this man is doing what? He is selling those products. Here what is happening? The truck is used, okay, to transport the milk from one place to another. So again, this man is also indulged in this activity. Here this man is selling the product, the milk, to this dairy farm, right? Okay, so again, this is the occupation of that man. Okay, so here what are these services, children? These occupations, okay, which are complementary to other occupations, they are also called as what? Service occupations. They are providing service, right? This man is providing service to this man, right? Here this truck, okay, this person is what? Is supplying milk from one place to another. Okay, then here, and this man is selling the products us, okay, in the market. Okay, so he's providing service to us. Okay, so that is why they are called as service occupations. Now what includes in service occupations? It includes transport of goods, loading and unloading of goods, and sale of goods. Clear, children? What it includes? Transportation of goods. Here we have seen, with the help of truck and all, we are transporting those goods. Then loading and unloading is done, okay, over here. So people who are indulged in these activities in loading and unloading goods, they are called, okay, they include in service occupations, and also sale of goods. So all these comes into tertiary occupations. Clear, children? Now here we can see this picture E. What is happening in this picture? Okay, here we can see a person is testing the prepared milk products, right? Whether they are authentic or not, whether they are proper or not, whether there is something, is it fresh? Is there any problem in that milk? Okay, so all this testing is being done. Okay, so they are doing what? They are basically checking the quality of the product. Okay, whether it is durable, whether it is easy, whether is it it safe for the people. Okay, so the quality is being checked. So to do this work, the person must have special skills, right, children? Is it possible for us to check the quality of the material? No, because we are not qualified. Are we qualified? We cannot do it, right? So such skilled peoples are appointed in order to check the quality of the product. So this is also a type of service. So this person is what? This lady is providing service to us. Okay, so it also includes in service. Okay, it is also a type of service. But this service is what, children? It is not an ordinary one. Okay, it is not like tertiary occupation. Okay, it is different, right? So it requires, why it is different? Because it requires expertise. Okay, people should be skilled in this department. Okay, we cannot randomly ask anyone to check the quality of the product. We cannot do this. The person should be qualified, and he or she should have the skill to do that. Okay, so it requires special expertise, and that is why such services are called as quaternary occupations. Clear, children? What are they called as? Quaternary occupations. Okay, so now see, children, all these activities, all these services, they are directly related to the primary or secondary occupations. Yes or no? Again, I will tell you what is primary occupation. The occupations which the products which we get from the nature. Okay, that is called as what? That is called as what? Primary occupation. Secondary is what? The occupations which are dependent on primary occupations, that they are called as what? Secondary occupations. Clear, children? So, for example, see right now, whatever services which we have seen, okay, they were what? They were like of driver, knife grinder, policeman, the postal service, they are all such services are related to the primary or secondary occupations, children. Okay, now moving ahead, we will see about this example. Now what is there in this, children? Now see, children, we know very well different occupations are practiced in different countries of the world. Okay, there are n number of occupations which are carried out by people in different countries. So through these occupations, what happens? Economic transactions occur within a country and between various countries. Right, children? Here we are, because why? We are buying and selling the product. Yes or no? So economic transactions have been taken place. Okay. Sometimes we are selling the products, we are exporting the products outside the country, right? Or we are what? We are taking some products from the outside country. So here what is happening? We are economically involved, right, with those countries. So economical transactions occur within a country, okay, or between various countries. Okay, so such transactions decides the country's production of various goods and their annual income. Clear, children? So what these transactions, these economic transactions, what do they decide? They decide the country's production of various goods. Okay, they are deciding that this country is producing so and so goods. Okay, it is their percentage. Okay, this much amount of goods have been produced by this country, and their annual income that they are earning after. Okay, they are discussing. Okay, their annual income means their yearly income, 1 year income. Okay, so how much money they are earning. Clear, children? That is being decided by these transactions. So this in turn is used to decide the extent of country's development. How? Okay, children, see what happens. These production, they are actually helping people to earn money, right? So when people earn money, they are developed. Okay, their lifestyle develops, they are living a good life. Okay, so from them, what happens? From that we understand whether the country is developing or is it backward. Okay, so here, children, we can see this is the figure, which is 10.3, children. It is a pie chart. It is called as what, children? It is called as a pie chart, and it is what? Here we can see it, percentage of manpower engaged in various occupations. So different people, okay, who are involved or who are engaged in various occupations. Okay, their percentage, their ratio is given. Okay, 3 countries they are given: Bangladesh, United Arab Emirates, and Turkey. They are giving information about these countries. Now, here we will see that each pie chart shows the percentage of primary to tertiary occupations. Okay, children? Yes. Now, here we can see Bangladesh. Okay, the percentage is high, right, children? The percentage is what? It is high in case of primary occupation, right? You can see in Bangladesh, people are engaged more in the primary occupations. Secondary occupation, okay, is what? Is medium, and tertiary occupation is low. So people are more engaged in primary occupation in Bangladesh. In United Arab Emirates, what is happening? People are more engaged in tertiary occupations. You can see the percentage is high in the tertiary occupation, whereas it is low in case of primary occupation, and secondary occupation is medium. Whereas in Turkey, you can see it is equal. All these three occupations are what? People are equally involved in it. Okay, children? People are what? People are equally involved in it. So countries which have more manpower engaged in tertiary activities, they are considered to be what, children? They are considered to be developed countries. Why? Because people are engaged in many work, okay, in various activities. I have told you right now, we have seen they are buying, selling, okay, transportation is there. There are so many activities, okay. So people are what? When the people are engaged in more in tertiary activities, they are considered to be developed countries. Okay, children. While the countries which have more manpower, who are engaged in primary activities, they are considered to be developing countries. Okay, children. They are into developing nations. Okay, why? Because the other two occupations are dependent on it, so they are slowly developing. Clear, children? So here our lesson number 10 is over.